Today we are going to show you how to solve a simple absolute value equation. So this is a given equation, and we're also going to graph this equation on a number line. Yay! Okay, so first you write the original equation. Then you write the equivalent equations, which would be basically you would remove the absolute value signs and make this a -7, and then you will write another equation. You do either or, which will be a +7. So then basically all you do is solve for x. So x equals 5 minus 7, or x equals 5 plus 7. So, x 5 minus 7 equals -2, and then you do x equals 5 plus 7 equals 12. Simplify. Now to graph it on the number line. Woohoo! Okay. So, we're going to start with -2 here. It's 1, 0. I'm not going to write all these numbers out. That's a lot. Just going to skip a few. $10, $12. Okay, so we mark the point here. Gotta have a 5 there because that's what we use in our equation. This is going to be the midpoint right there where the two equations meet. Then 12, which was another one of our answers. And then we're going to connect these. And how many is that? 5 plus 7 is 12. So that's 7 right there. And -2 plus 5, this is 7 right there. So that's basically how you solve a simple absolute value equation. Now we're gonna solve a normal absolute value equation. It's not very easy, it's a little tricky. The equation is 5x minus 10, 45. So you're basically gonna do what you did in the simple absolute value equation, but instead of can't think of the word, of writing equivalent equations, it's basically the same thing, but you're changing 45, which is the same thing. So 5x minus 10 equals 45, or 5x minus 10 equals -45. So then you add 10 to each side to get rid of it. This would be 5x equals 55. And this right here, this would be 5x equals -35. Then you simplify. This is pretty easy. Simplify 5 and 5. X equals 11. 5, 5. X equals -7. Now, you can check the solution by substituting the answer you got here for x. And you should get 45 on each equation. Yeah. Now we're going to solve an inequality. So the equation is Then we're going to graph this. So you're going to have two separate equations. First, you write the original inequality, which is this one. No, you write the opposite. So you switch this sign right here. You switch it. And it becomes this way. Because you're making this a negative 13. Then you're going to do this one. And it's basically going to be like that. Then you subtract 5 from each side, which would be for x negative 18 and for x 8. Then you divide each side by 4. X. No, that's a bit tricky. How many times does 218 is negative 9, 2. And then divide this side by 4. X 2. Then to graph this on the number line, which should not be too hard. We'll start this way. 0, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. Okay, so I'm going to graph this one first because that's the easiest. So it's going to be open circle because it doesn't have the little line under it. If it has a line, then it's closed circle. And it's going to go this way because it says x is greater than 2. And for this one, it's also going to be open circle. Ugh, this pencil is tricky, man. Also going to be open circle, but it's going to go that way because it also says, but it says, because it says negative 9 over 2 is greater than x. So that's how you solve an inequality, absolute value. I think that's about it. Unless